Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the full story of the 2023-24 Premier League season. Buckle up because it has been an absolute blast this season from start to finish. Now, heading into the season, all the talk was about Manchester City's inevitability with a possible hangover from their treble winning season, but their competition wasn't standing still. Oh no, they made some huge waves this transfer window. Arsenal beat Man City to sign Declan Rice for a whopping £100 million. They also brought in Kai Havertz for £65 million and Jurgen Timber for £35 million. Liverpool strengthened their midfield with Alex McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai and Ryan Gravenberch, but the Premier League also saw some notable departures. The big question was, how would new Spurs manager Ange Postecoglou cope without Harry Kane? In August, the Women's World Cup was the most searched topic on the internet, but if you're a West Ham fan, you're probably searching for a place to get a David Moyes tattoo. His side started the season strong, sitting second by the end of the month, just behind Manchester City and ahead of Arsenal on goal difference. Everton, on the other hand, had a rough start, losing their first 3 matches without scoring a single goal. Sean Dyche was definitely feeling the heat. Tottenham fans, however, were loving life under Postecoglou, especially after a 2-0 win over Manchester United. The vibes were high and Spurs fans were singing their hearts out. Were Tottenham back for good, or would they just come undone? And spoiler alert, that is exactly what happened. September saw Taylor Swift breaking tour records, but in the Premier League it was Ange's undefeated streak that had everyone talking. Tottenham were unbeaten in 7 matches, sitting just a point behind Manchester City. Luton Town played their first home match in September. Their stadium might be small, but their fans' hearts are definitely huge. The Tottenham vs Liverpool game had a bizarre moment with a goal from Luis Diaz being ruled offside, and it was definitely not, and pundits were just completely perplexed. Now the bottom 3 were starting to take shape, with Bournemouth struggling under new manager Andoni Iraola. In October, Ange Postecoglou continued to impress, winning his 3rd consecutive Manager of the Month award. Meanwhile, Man United's frustrations boiled over the Manchester derby with Anthony's bizarre kick out at Docker. Bournemouth finally got their first win under Iraola against Burnley. Spurs were top, Arsenal close behind, and Man City not far off. At the bottom it was tense, with Sheffield United stranded. November saw some big drama. Everton were docked 10 points for breaking Premier League rules and dropping them into the relegation zone. Luton Town nearly sealed a historic win over Liverpool, only for Luis Diaz to pop up with a late equaliser. Arsenal suffered their first defeat of the season to Newcastle, and Arteta didn't hold back in his post-match comments. Newcastle faced a tough month with injuries piling up. Kieran Trippier even consulted fans about their injury crisis. December was a time for a reflection. Sheffield United and Nottingham Forest both sacked their managers. Aston Villa gifted their fans with virtual reality headsets, transporting them to Cloud 9 with wins over Arsenal and Man City. I'm sorry, that was so cheesy. Liverpool beat Man United 7-0 last season, so expectations were high, but as a surprise it ended a 0-0 draw. Despite that draw, Liverpool ended the year on top, 3 points clear, with Aston Villa and West Ham hot on their heels. January was quiet for the transfer front except for Calvin Phillips joining West Ham. Ivan Toney made his return to Brentford after an 8-month ban. Crystal Palace fans were vocal about their club's struggles, and Jurgen Klopp shocked everyone by announcing his departure from Liverpool at the end of the season. Spurs and Brentford had some epic battles, with Neil Maupay mocking James Maddison's celebration. Spurs got the last laugh though with a 3-2 win against them. Liverpool remained top of the table at the end of January, while Crystal Palace edged closer to relegation. Sheffield United and Burnley continued to struggle. February saw Richarlison shine for Spurs, starting the month with a brace against his former club Everton. Arsenal dominated, with Martin Odegaard rattling Jamie Carragher by posing for a photo after beating Liverpool. Aston Villa fans celebrated big wins over Arsenal and Man City. Arsenal's victory against Sheffield United saw a new chant born, echoing through the stands. Luton Town's heartwarming moment came with the return of Tom Lockyer after his cardiac arrest. Fulham's Rodrigo Muniz scooped up Player of the Month with 5 goal involvements, including a brace against Spurs. March brought more drama as Man United's defence conceded 81 shots in just 3 matches. Nottingham Forest fans were furious about a controversial late winner for Liverpool. Phil Foden's heroics continued, scoring twice in the Manchester derby. Arsenal fans were ecstatic again after another big win, and a heartwarming return for Tom Lockyer was a highlight. The relegation battle heated up, with only 1 win between the bottom 5 teams. Forest's 4-point deduction added to their woes. In April, the Premier League was all about the title race, and and Newcastle's Joel Linton was dressed up as a dinosaur for one point, so providing some comic relief. Cole Palmer's hat-trick for Chelsea upset a lot of people, including Mark Goldbridge. Newcastle continued their mission, beating Tottenham 4-0. Liverpool's defeat to Crystal Palace ended their title hopes, and Arsenal's loss to Aston Villa felt like the world was ending. Everton bounced back with a win over Forest, but the real drama was at the Etihad, where Phil Foden scored twice, securing Manchester City's 4th title in a row. At the end of the season, it was Manchester City who held their nerve to breach the 90-point mark, dashing Arsenal's hopes. Liverpool said goodbye to Klopp in an emotional send-off as well. And that's that for the 2022-23 Premier League season. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, all that stuff. And I will see you next time.